community, welcome for being here. I mean, thank you for being here. This is what I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube, because I say stuff and it just be so backwards. This is Chapstick Candy Cane. I'm not going to do an intro because I started doing this look because I'm doing because I'm going to be doing a look, and I did primer, foundation, setting powder, and then I was using the Esum palette, and this is what I've been doing, and it is called Esum the Artistry palette number 8 structure face shaper palette. I'm still annoyed because they say this is universal. If you're darker than me, this is not going to work for you, and so, which means none of these will either. So anyway, but what I've been doing with it, and I did already start. This is number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on the website and in a memo on my phone, I put what the shade represents. And so I've been using this one and using this under my eye. This entire thing works for me. It just annoys me that this is the only one that they have. So this I've been using as an under eye powder. And then I've been lazy, so I've been using the same brush going from lightest to darkest. This one here in the middle, even though all of these are mattes, I've been using this as a highlight, and you see it does have a little bit of color to it, and so I've been using that there, and I'm hoping this helps someone who is around my complexion or lighter than me. If you're considering this, if you're darker than me, I'm pissed off for you, like seriously. And then I take the next one down. This is number 9, and I use this as a blush, so I kind of just put this here, so there is some overlap. And I am just going back and forth. I find that this brush is good for it. It is a dense brush, but you can use, you know, a regular fluffy, what word am I looking for? Blush brush. And then I'll flip it over actually and go here. And I will put this right here. So I use this shade as a contour. And so it does like structure my face. And then I take, looks like there's a gap right here. I'm going to flip back over. Looks like there's a gap right here. Am I seeing things? And then I take the tip of the brush and I come along here, back near my ear. And I, you know, do that here and bring this here. It's just swiping back and forth. And when I use this brush, there is no kick up. When I use other brushes, fluffier brushes, there is kick up. And so this is how I've been using this palette, and I do really like it for me, but they need to stop saying it's universal. And then I'll use the side of it, put some in the corners of my 5 head, and you can see the color. So this is the deepest one. So this is what I'm saying when I say if you're darker than me, this is going to work for you. It works for me as a contour / bronzer, and that's about it. I'll take a little bit on the tip, just bring it here. And this is how I've been using this palette. So just really quick, really easy, using everything. This one I use as a setting powder, and I will use the same brush even though we did all the other shades. And I'm only going to put this on my forehead because I am going to use another bronzer and highlighter and blush because this structures my face, and then when I layer other products on top of it, it just looks really good. My last few, actually I think maybe at least the last 5 videos, I've been using this way and just adding color on top of it, meaning like a highlighter, a shimmery highlighter, a blush, and another bronzer. But the other bronzer I use, I'll just put like right here and maybe a little bit here. But I have done this, just this on its own, and using this as a finishing powder, and even just putting that up here. You can see how even layering this over this one, like it's not cakey, it doesn't, it's just smooth. And even looking at all of this, it does look like a highlight. That's this one right here, even though it's matte, and it's just the way the light bounces off my face. Like that's here. This shade, that's this one. This shade, that's here. And this one as a contour. So just, if you were curious about this and how it may work if you're my complexion or lighter, I do have an overall warm undertone. But this, you know, I do like it. I just want them to come out with a dark version with maybe this starting as the deepest shade and then going darker from there. I think then they can say between the two of these, they're universal. And so that would be my recommendation for Esum. Don't think they'll ever see this. I did leave that in my review on their website, how this is not universal. It works for me, but other people that's darker than me, it's not going to work. And that them being a professional makeup brand, they should know better than to just do this and say it's universal. One thing I didn't say before, I did show how you take it out and you pop this in, and they have a blush palette that's the same, but those colors are not universal to me either. But I forgot to mention how this comes out as well, and I don't think I noticed it right away, and it does come out. I forget how, and so hopefully there it goes. And this is how you can pop out. The numbers are on the back. Oh, and it says it. Excuse me for the glare. This is F06 Fair, F07 Light Medium, F8 Medium, F9 Medium Deep. That's the one right here, and they're saying it's medium deep. This is F10, which is deep. That's this. And you can pop them out. So if you were to get, and I did just push it with my finger. And so if you are my complexion or lighter, you could get this and the blush one, and you can mix and match and put whatever you want where. And I see why it would be handy for professional makeup artists, because the design of it, they can just sit it out flat, you know, reassemble it, and just sit it on a table and dip into whatever they want along with their other makeup products. And so it is a really nice design how they structured the functionality of the palette, meaning all the, you know, take it apart, pop it out and stuff like that, but it's not universal. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how I use it, because I am really enjoying this. And initially I only used it on its own just to do this, and then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna use this in conjunction with other stuff, and nothing ever looks cakey. You know, when I put other bronzers, highlighters, blushes on top of it, everything, and even using that as a finishing powder, like everything just, the texture of it reminds me of the Hourglass powders, because no matter how much you put on, it just blends in, it blends out. The skin still looks smooth, it doesn't look cakey. So I really do like it. They just need to come out with one that's darker. I hope this was helpful. If you were curious about this, it is $80. Yeah, and I spent $80 for it. I'm glad that I have it, and that's what made me to decide I'm gonna just use this all the time because it costs too much just to do this once in a blue moon. And as I said, layering other stuff on top of it is really nice. So that'll be it for this video. I'm going to click off and then do what I was going to do, which is, and you'll probably see that before this video. I'm trying to think, but sometimes thinking takes a while. I'm going to do Ghost Town versus the Yucca palette. So that's the look I'm going to do after I click off and then click back on. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about this palette. Do you have it? Are you like, hell no, I ain't buying it? Number one, because it's $80. And number two, if you're deeper than me, it's really not going to work for you. If you are a professional makeup artist, it would be handy to have. But just don't say it's universal. Esum says it is, it's not. So if you are a professional makeup artist and you're using this, please don't say that, because it's a lie. I said it, and I'm gonna stick by it. So that's it for this video. Thank you. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you down in the comments. If you enjoyed this, I would love for you to subscribe if you're not already. Thumbs up the video if this was helpful, or at least informational, or at least even interesting to see. Lots of links below, and that'll be it. I didn't do the intro, but as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.